Larry Page stepped down as CEO of Alphabet, the parent of Google, in December 2019 but remains a board member and a controlling shareholder. He co-founded Google in 1998 with fellow Stanford PhD student Sergey Brin. With Brin, Page invented Google's PageRank algorithm, which powers the search engine. Page was CEO until 2001, when Eric Schmidt took over, and then from 2011 until 2015, when he became CEO of Google's new parent company Alphabet. He is a founding investor in space exploration company Planetary Resources and is also funding flying car startups Kitty Hawk and Opener. Sergey Brin stepped down as president of Alphabet, parent company of Google, in December 2019 but remains a controller shareholder and a board member. He co-founded Google with Larry Page in 1998 after the two met at Stanford University while studying for advanced degrees in computer science. Google went public in 2004 and began trading as Alphabet, a newly created parent company, in 2015. Brin was absent from public Alphabet events for much of 2019. He spent his time on Alphabet's Moonshot Research Lab X. Brin is reportedly funding a high-tech airship project. Steve Ballmer is the high-wattage former CEO of Microsoft, who led the company from 2000 to 2014. He joined Microsoft in 1980 as employee number 30 after dropping out of Stanford's MBA program. Ballmer oversaw Microsoft after the first dot-com crash and through efforts to catch up to Google in search capabilities and Apple in mobile phones. The same year he retired from Microsoft, he bought the NBA's Los Angeles Clippers for $2 billion. He has ramped up his philanthropy since 2014, putting over $2 billion into a donor-advised fund, with a focus on lifting Americans out of poverty. In 2018, he invested $59 million in Social Solutions, which makes software for nonprofits and government agencies. Michael Bloomberg co-founded financial information and media company Bloomberg LP in 1981. He put in the seed funding for the company and now owns 88% of the business, which has estimated revenues north of $12 billion. Bloomberg got his start on Wall Street in 1966 with an entry-level job at investment bank Salomon Brothers. He was fired 15 years later. A major philanthropist, he has donated more than $12.7 billion to gun control, climate change and other causes. He announced a run for president in November 2019, but dropped out in March 2020, and spent hundreds of millions to defeat Donald Trump in 2020. The mayor of New York City for 12 years, Bloomberg is one of just 4 individuals to have served that long. Jim Walton is the youngest son of Walmart founder Sam Walton. He is chairman of the family's Arvest Bank, which today boasts assets of more than $20 billion. Jim sat on Walmart's board for more than a decade before yielding the seat to his son, Stuart, in June 2016. Collectively, he and other heirs of Sam Walton own about half of Walmart's stock. Jim and sister Alice are spearheading a program that will issue $300 million in bonds to help charter schools invest in facilities. Zuckerberg started Facebook at Harvard in 2004 at the age of 19 for students to match names with photos of classmates. He took Facebook public in May 2012. He now owns about 13% of the company's stock. Facebook changed its name to Meta in November 2021 to shift the company's focus to the metaverse. In June 2021, a judge dismissed antitrust cases brought by states and the federal government, which could have forced Facebook to sell off Instagram and WhatsApp. In December 2015, Zuckerberg and his wife, Priscilla Chan, pledged to give away 99% of their Facebook stake over their lifetimes. Rob Walton is the eldest son of Walmart founder Sam Walton. Walton took over as chairman upon his father's death in 1992. He retired as chairman in June 2015 and was replaced by his son-in-law, Greg Penner. Penner still sits on Walmart's board. He and other heirs of Sam Walton collectively own about half of Walmart's stock. In June 2022, a group led by Walton agreed to buy the NFL's Denver Broncos for $4.70 billion, a record for a sports franchise. Charles Koch has been chairman and CEO of Koch Industries, America's second-largest private company by revenue, since 1967. The diversified company has some $125 billion in revenues from businesses including pipelines, chemicals, software, automotive components, and Dixie cups. His father, Fred Koch, improved a method of refining heavy oil into gasoline in 1927 and started the family business in 1940. The Kansas native owns a 42% stake in the firm, as did his brother David, who died in August 2019. In 1983, Charles and David bought their two other brothers' stakes in Koch Industries, reportedly for nearly $800 million. His son Chase heads the company's venture capital arm, which has invested in AI-based neurological diagnosis firm Neuralite and smart supply chain firm Archestro. Michael Dell is the chairman and CEO of Dell Technologies, which was formed in 2016 when Dell merged with computer storage giant EMC. The estimated $60 billion Dell EMC merger, which was finalized in 2016, was the largest technology acquisition ever. In late 2018, Dell Technologies returned to public markets through a complicated financial restructuring. Much of Dell's fortune lies in his private investment firm MSD Capital, which has stakes in hotels and invests in liquid corporate credit. In May 2017, Dell donated $1 billion to his foundation, which focuses on child poverty. It makes both impact investments and charitable donations. Phil Knight, founder of shoe giant Nike, retired as chairman in June 2016 after 52 years at the company. Knight ran track at the University of Oregon and created Nike shoes with his former track coach, Bill Bowerman. In 1964, they each put up $500 to start what would become Nike, then called Blue Ribbon Sports. Today, Nike's revenues are nearly $45 billion. Knight has pledged over $500 million in donations to both the University of Oregon and Stanford's Graduate School of Business, his alma maters.